My name is Christine Orono. I'm a seasoned HR practitioner and career coach. These sessions of Career Bytes are to help you as an individual better take charge of your career and ensure that you get maximum fulfillment from your work life. In my last session, I covered aspects of what has shifted in the world of work. And today I want to go further into this subject and give you further advice on how you can match your skills to what is available in the market. Career choices today are no longer a one-time event, but a continuous and ongoing event. And therefore that requires you as an individual to take constant stock of what you have to offer in the market. So many times when people attend job interviews, they keep wondering what is it that employers are looking for. And many a time people do not get positive responses as they expect. And many a times they always think and make comments like, what is happening in the world out there? And that statement has been said over and over again by many a job seeker. And even as I have been counseling and advising many job seekers, I've always had them start with the most important place, and that is the world in here, not the world out there. Because you will come to discover that the market responds to what you are willing to offer, what value you can add to them. Many times, job seekers approach the market just thinking about themselves and their need for a job, which is okay. However, the language of an employer is very different from that one of an employee. An employee is seeing how that job can help them meet their day-to-day needs. However, an employer, their language is about what value do you have to offer me as an employer and help me meet my business objectives. And therefore, many a times, the employer and employee is in a conflicting position. And so, even in an interview setup, it's like they're speaking two different languages. So prospective employees need to begin to put themselves in the shoes of an employer about what is it they are actually looking for when they are going through a full-blown recruitment process. Because it's not only what is written in your CV. Most of the time we limit what the employer is looking for to just skills and experience and some aspects of knowledge. However, today employers a lot more will go deeper, much more deeper into what they are looking for beyond just what are your knowledge, skills, and experiences. Because you will find there's a huge amount of competition out there with many job seekers in the market, and the employer is looking for what is that thing that differentiates you from all the other job seekers that will also appear in the interview. And so, one of the ways to help you get ahead of the pack is an aspect that I call self-inventory. Self-inventory is very important because in self-inventory, what is actually taking place is that you start by taking stock of what you have to offer the market. One, of course, is the obvious thing. There is the knowledge you have gathered either through education and experience. Secondly, there's what we call, experience generally. Many times employers state in the job adverts what type of experience and how long they expect that experience to be. Then they also look at aspects they look at the skill sets that your past experiences have helped you to gather. Now, there are other unseen things that employers are also looking for. More and more today, there's a big drive to also assess candidates on what we call soft skills. So it's another subset of skills. They're the hard technical skills which most of us are able to easily observe, but there's what we call soft skills. And soft skills here is a lot to do with things like how you relate with others. So relationship skills, interpersonal skills. They also look at aspects of your individual attitude, how you see things, what drives you as an individual, your motivations. So it's not unusual for you to appear in an interview and you're asked, What drives you? What drove your past decisions? What is your life philosophy as an individual? We also look at aspects to do with what is your ambition? Where do you want to be? And how does the job you've applied for align to that aspiration that you have as an individual? We also look at things like your general behaviors. So it's not unusual today for employers to also want to check back your background, especially now that everything is online. So it's not unusual for employers to quickly check your Facebook and what kind of activity goes on there, what kind of articles you've posted in the past. They'll also want to go and review your credit history with banks. Are you a serial borrower who doesn't pay back? Are you a person who has court cases left, right, and center, whether they be civil or criminal? Because all this information is now online. Do not forget that today our lives are more online than they've ever been. So be careful about what image you are projecting out there. So, a self-inventory is a very deep thing. We look at what are your talents. What natural abilities do you have that come very naturally to you? So it's not about what you learned in school. It is about what is that thing that you are born with, that you are so effective compared to others. I'll give you an example. For example, some people have a natural knack to numbers. They didn't need to learn that in school. It could even be the mama mboga who has a natural knack for numbers. She didn't necessarily have a degree. So it's about what are those things that make you uniquely who you are. So a self-inventory requires you to sit with yourself over a period of time and really take stock and articulate what are those things that give you an edge over others. More of this we shall continue in the next session. Thank you very much for your participation.